Hey everybody, this is Carlos with the Nerd Day podcast coming at you. Another day of E3. We're on day 2. We had a couple big conferences shown. I'm going to have separate videos, obviously. It's some recap I have to do from last night as well. Day 1, I missed just I think like 2 conferences to see if they're worth anything talking about. But yeah, so we're going to start off with, pretty sure you could tell, I think you guys know what I'm going to talk about, and it's Xbox. It's Xbox. Let me take one of my headphones out so I can actually hear myself and make sure I don't sound like an idiot. So yeah, guys, we're going to start off with just recapping it. I'll go into detail with like kind of bigger stuff that I took away from it, but Todd Howard kicks everything off with Starfield. Pre-alpha footage shown. The tiers have like such a cool, really like not James Cameron alone, but like just like that alien vibe from like Ellen Ripley kind of alien. Like it's kind of like not super clean like Star Trek, but like not super dirty like Alien, somewhere in between. So a little more manageable. Looks pretty cool so far. Sarah Bond comes out. I'm sorry, there was also a teased, not a teased date, a date given, which was November 11th, 2022. We'll see Starfield, and it is officially an Xbox exclusive. Like I mentioned, like I'm pretty sure a million people have mentioned Paris Lilly, Gary Whitta, maybe not Gary Whitta. I feel like he said yes. If you watch XCast, I feel like he said it has to be, but I'm not sure. So, going down the list, we have Stalker 2 shown. I've never played the Stalker games. This, I believe, the second time it's shown. It seemed pretty cool. It's on Game Pass. I will say there's, like, I think 31 games shown. 3 of them are not on Game Pass. And the rest are either day and date or in the future. Or today, as we'll go down the list. Back for Blood. Trailer is up. New kind of, like, get a feel of what Back for Blood's about. It leaked yesterday that, and I mentioned this in I think my previous video that I uploaded this morning, the Ubisoft one, and this is what I was alluding to. Back for Blood was leaked yesterday. The trailer came out, and at the bottom of the description said day 1 on Game Pass, which they announced here. So October 14th, I believe is the date, and is day and date on Game Pass. So get Game Pass unless you want to pay $70 or however much that is. Next, Xbox Game Studios showed off a new collaboration they have with Avalanche Studios, who make Just Cause, Mad Max, the recent Mad Max game, Just Cause games, and they're working on a game called Contraband. It looks like an open world heist co-op game. I'm not sure if you play solo, but they did mention a co-op open world game. Looks like you pull a heist though, because you're getting contraband, right? Next shown was Sea of Thieves, and a new story expansion in collaboration with Disney, and by that I mean Jack frickin' Sparrow showed up. And, so Jack Sparrow, I believe the Black Pearl. Actually, I feel like we didn't see the Black Pearl, but I'm sure it's there. Davy Jones in his ship, and Tiadama, it seemed like, was shown, aka Calypso. Spoilers for Pirates of the Caribbean 3 that came out in like 2004 or 5, I forget what year. 6 maybe? I've seen it in the theaters with my wife. So yeah, that was shown. I love the art style that Rare has made for that, and the fact that Jack Sparrow just like he looks so awesome in that art style. And I think this is big for Sea of Thieves fans. I think this is a good get, and good kudos to you guys. This looks really good, and I'm really happy for you guys. Next up was, Yakuza Like a Dragon announced, and not announced necessarily, but the fact that this also leaked as well, I will mention. Like a Dragon is coming on Game Pass today, and it's a play anywhere title, so you can play it on PC, Xbox console, and I believe on cloud as well. The whole Yakuza, basically mainline series, is now available to you as an Xbox Game Pass like customer for the low cost of $15 a month. That's insane. That's absolutely insane. And like the moves, I mentioned this on Twitter, where you can follow me. I don't know if you saw. Yeah, you can always follow me on Twitter. Just right there. That's just me. Just saying. A little cross promotion with Xbox. No, I'm joking. I mentioned that like when this leaked that they're just making money moves, dude. Like if you look just top level, like they are just doing incredible things to kind of build their brand and actually build an ecosystem. Again, I mentioned in the previous video, I believe 2 days ago, a streaming stick. They announced a partnership with some TV manufacturers. So there's a Game Pass app when you start your TV, or maybe it'll be downloadable in the future. Having the Series S and the Series X, like you have all these ways you can enter the ecosystem. That's amazing. But moving on, Battlefield 2042 gameplay shown. No Game Pass sticker at the end of the video, so that those rumors are dead. But as well, that was our first of 3 non-Game Pass games. 12 minutes was shown next. It's a really short teaser, just giving the date, basically August 19th. It's coming out finally. Been in development for a long time. And it's nice to see it's finally going to come out. It's going to be on Game Pass, so that's good. So that's, again, we still have 2 more, or not. Psychonauts 2 shown. It's coming out August 25th finally. Looks decent. I own Psychonauts 1. I should always play it, but I have not played it. Bethesda's Pete Hines is up next. He mentioned there were 10 new titles coming to Game Pass, and I'm just going to kill time here because I forgot to put this on my notes, but I actually took a photo of the titles, and yeah, here they are. We have on you just definitely fixed it. Arc Faltis on PC, Dishonored Death of the Outsider on PC, console, and game streaming, Doom on console and game streaming, 2016 Doom, pardon me. Evil Within on PC, console, game streaming, Rage on console and game streaming, Wolfenstein 2 on PC, console, game streaming, Fallout 1, 2, Tactics, and 3 all on PC, and then with Fallout 3 being console and streaming as well. So yeah, that's a huge get. That was a cool little drop. Pete Hines mentioned there was 30 titles now that Bethesda has on Game Pass, with now that they're part of the Game Pass Xbox ecosystem, as one of their many studios. And I will mention this as an afterthought, obviously watching the whole presentation. If you happen to be watching it, Pete Hines is wearing a shirt for something that gets announced later, and no one, I was watching the live reacts to somebody and they didn't mention it. Like, no one mentioned the fact that he's wearing it. So it's cool. So that's Arcane's new game, and he basically teased it 20 minutes before it was shown. Fallout 76 shown. New expansion, like, that's coming out in a month. And then a Tiki's for the Pit, where you go to Pittsburgh. Good for you guys if you like that. Elder Scrolls Online update, same thing. Good if you guys like that. Party Animals was shown. That is like basically Gang Beasts meets cute animals. Seems fun. It's cool. This is what I thought was a big one, and I haven't seen clarification other than Wario saying that you could pre-order it now for PS5. But Hades is coming to Xbox. It's going to be on Game Pass. So there's no reason for you not to try it if you don't have Game Pass. This is insane. So I'm definitely going to try it. I have to try it. It looks amazing. I mean, I don't have an Xbox console, but I think it's PC as well, so I can't wait to try it. Somerville shown. It's like a family trying to stay safe in a world being invaded by aliens. That seemed pretty decent. Then right in the middle, man, we had a deep dive on 343 came out, and they talked about Halo Infinite. Multiplayer, again, is free across PC and console. In-engine footage is shown, which I think looks better. Some people made jokes. They're like, no, let's not, focus in too much. We're still working on it. And then some story stuff was shown, which was Chief and Zero G talking to the pilot, like going through like a debris in space, like kind of bouncing between stuff. Or I don't know if they were stuck in like a Zero G thing. Finally makes it to this room with the grapple hook, which again looks awesome. And there is an AI that looks like basically like somehow like a younger Cortana. And she seems pluckier, but I believe she's supposed to look like Cortana. They say it was like a trap to lure Cortana. These aren't spoilers. I mean, this is literally what you see in the conference. So if you think this is a spoiler, I'm sorry. Beforehand, I did forget to mention that he was hearing like echoes of Cortana's speech to him, like Halo 4, like, what do you want? What would you do if you didn't have to do this? And things like that. Fake Cortana goes over her mission, and they were supposed to, like, somehow lure Cortana there, have her somehow lock her in place as an AI, and then have her sent. Master Chief's supposed to pick her up to bring her to the Infinity for deletion. There's no trace of Cortana, and then there's this fake Cortana, we'll call her. She mentions, like, wait, my mission is supposed to end. When that happens, I'm supposed to be deleted. I'm not deleted. What's going on? And Master Chief basically like, all right, we're gonna find out. Here, hop on the chip. She's like, this is not the mission. And you're like, the mission always changes. We adapt, which is awesome. So it'd be interesting to see what's going on with the rampancy, with Cortana being rampant now. A lot of AIs joined their calls at the end of Halo 5, if you remember. So let's see that, and what's going on with this fake Cortana, we'll call her. I'm sure there's a better name, and I feel rude calling her that, this AI in a video game. They showed there's like a trailer for the multiplayer season, and it's coming this holiday season. There was a rumor randomly that popped up that was November 9th, but that's actually the date of another game that gets announced in a little bit. So that holiday, they said. Diablo 2 Remaster shows up. That's our second no Game Pass game. So that was shown. I remember my friend Brandon playing that, man. Brandon Sedgwick. What's up, Brandon? Yeah, he was playing that, man, and I remember just watching. I played the cow level. He threw me in there, and I died like a million times. He was laughing. It was fun. So kudos to you guys who love Diablo. That's coming out. I should probably try it. Plague Tale 2 is announced. There's another. I have a lot of these where I have notes like I should really play that game. So I should really play part 1. I heard really good things. Far Cry 6 is shown again, and this is our final non-Game Pass game. Just fun little trailer where you see like what animal companions you get, like a rooster. Kind of racist, I guess. I don't know how I feel. Don't they? If you feel fine about it and you're not the next, it's fine. Just I don't know how I feel about it personally yet, and I don't really care. I guess I care. I don't care to get too caught up in it. I'm just like, it seems a little weird. But you get to play dominoes in there, and that's fun. I kind of want to play with Kevin at PlayStation Stores. Slime Rancher 2. Love the colors of this game. Never going to play it. Kudos to you if you love it. That's Game Pass. Shredders is shown. Cool looking Game Pass game as well. It's like I guess I don't want to say SSX specifically, but it's like a snowboarding game. It's pretty cool. Atomic Hearts is shown. I really actually like this. It was like a first person Russian. I don't want to call it cyberpunk, but like some kind of like steampunk-esque. Like the robots look very 50s-esque, I guess. It seemed pretty cool. The music though was pretty decent too. I was kind of catchy. The next game is a cyberpunk-esque game, and it's like a 2D side scroller, like super cool art style, called Replaced. Afterwards, there's a new Grounded update coming out, I think in July, with like a giant crazy spider, and they make a joke about like even arachnophobic mode. I hate this thing. It's fun. Among Us is next, finally coming to Xbox. I think that's pretty big news. Bigger lobbies. You have like 15 people in the lobby, and with like a crap load of like different things you can play in that game. Like I don't know. I'm not really familiar with the game. Like I watch my niece play, and it seems awesome. It's just not for me. I'm gonna butcher this name because they didn't say it. Uiden Chronicles. It looks like a cross between Suikoden and Octopath Traveler. There are 2 games coming out. The one they showed most of was the game that's coming out in 2023, and then they had something that was it was beautiful. It was like PS1 graphics almost with like Octopath backgrounds. I thought it was pretty cool. By the way, good PS1 like pixel art, like RPG graphics. Next was The Ascent. I mentioned, the other game that they showed briefly is coming out next year, and it's a little more 3D, like 2.5D, I guess. The Ascent was up next. Show more of that. Age of Empires was shown after that. And then Outer Wilds 2 announced by Obsidian, which is crazy because we literally just they didn't show Avowed, but that's in the works. Obsidian is also now apparently working on Outer Wilds 2, and What else? Oh, Grounded. Yeah, they work on Grounded as well, so that's crazy for them. Microsoft Flight Sim was shown after that. There's a Top Gun Maverick content coming to that, which is nice. Deep dive on Forza Horizon 5. Jesus. It takes place in Mexico. Obviously super beautiful as always, so that's really cool. New modes, the fun leg bowling thing, that's coming November 9th officially. And then to end the conference, we had Phil Spencer come out. They, again, as I mentioned, 30 games were shown. I said 31 earlier because there's one they show after. 27 of those were coming to Game Pass. Just talking about like just big D energy from Microsoft, as they should. And then ending with Arcane's new game, Arcane Austin, which worked on Prey. Their new game, which is called Redfall. Now, Redfall is a open world solo or multiplayer shooter vampire game where you just like are in this town. They show like story content that kind of get you a feel of what the story is. And yeah, that was it, man. That was all of that. I think a pretty good conference. I think the best one I would say so far of all the ones I've watched. Again, not trying to sound like an Xbox fanboy. Again, I don't even own an Xbox, but I have Game Pass. But yeah, I thought that was pretty decent, and I thought they did a good job. Definitely Redfall looks decent. I can't wait for Halo, and that's about it. So, for the Nerd Day podcast, this has been more E3 coverage. Thank you for joining me, and I'll catch you in the next one. Deuces.